my first time trying to get clean and sober was I was 26, and I had finally caught like something more serious than a possession charge. I got, what was it? I used someone else's credit card. I don't know whatever they called that, but it
Fraud.
was fraud, something along those lines. There's always like some sort of name for it, but they offered me 3 years in AB 109, so county jail, prison term, or go to a year-long treatment program, which I did, and I took the treatment program. Went in there, ended up getting kicked out after 4 months for fighting. Just still being hard-headed. It's kind of a funny story, actually. We had, you all have jobs in there. Yeah. And this kid turned my laundry pink, all my whites. And he's all, I turned your laundry pink. And I'm like, okay, that why you telling me? Like he just told me, yeah, I turned your laundry pink. Some words were said, and then he ended up saying, wear your pink clothes, you fucking faggot. And I didn't like it, and we ended up exchanging words. And by the end of the night, we signed out and went around the corner and handled it like responsible adults. And they kicked me out, but they let me back in. Ended up graduating, was doing really well, and was clean and sober until I wasn't.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of, since I was 26, getting clean, falling off, things getting worse, getting clean, falling off, getting worse, and now I'm almost 2 years sober, so I'm still pretty new to this,
Yeah.
2 years is still fresh.
Yeah. It's actually a little over 20 months. I mean, it's new.
A little over 20 months, still fresh.
Yeah.
He's still hurting. I mean, for 4, yeah.
No, I've got a lot of things that I'm working on. Obviously, I'm nowhere where I want to be in life, but right. I feel good today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm happy. I'm purpose driven. I'm very disciplined. I love the structure of my life, and I love where it's headed. I know where it's going. Like I said, I'm not nearly where I want to be,
right.
but I know where I'm going, and I'm confident in that.
Yeah.
You almost got me on that
keep my
one.
mouth right on it.
We do this shit.
I
He
feel
usually
awkward
talks
all the time, and I
for the
enjoy it.
first
I put my chin on it.
5 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just talk.
Oh,
I kept my
lordy,
camera
lordy,
there, so I
lord.
wanted to see, like, my-
Yeah.
You can't tell I have a butt chin.
No, you can't.
I'm all trying to adjust to it.
Funny 'cause I'm sitting here, I'm texting you saying you're going to be 10, 15 minutes. And I go, yeah, Todd, Chad's going to be 10, 15 minutes. And no one responds.
Okay, it's good. It's good. Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck.
How long are we going to
We're all spinning out here.
Yeah, well,
My teeth are itchy all of a sudden.
you know what the problem is? My problem is?
Yeah.
Is that I went to Dr. Voss during my lunchtime.
Yeah.
And
You haven't ate.
I haven't eaten.
Oh, shit.
So.
Did you want to?
No, that puts me into a mania too.
Yeah, which
so,
is good.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's good for
It's
the
kind of
camera.
like having caffeine, but
A
now
lot of caffeine.
Now the problem is I'm gonna want to go like to In and Out.
Yeah,
after
for
this.
sure.
When you go that long without eating, do you eat regular like?
No, so I actually fasted the whole way here, and I was like, I'll speak better. And then I got really hungry when I got here, so I went and got some chicken from Albertsons.
Okay.
But yeah, I eat pretty regularly.
Yeah.
I'm not like I guess so. I usually the last time I eat is, and this is my fasting. I know it's totally lame, but my last meal is at like 7:30, and then I don't eat again until like 9 a.m. the next day.
You know what that's called?
Breakfast.
It's called fasting.
It's called sleep. Fucking I just changed the word from fasting, from sleep to fasting. So he goes to bed. He doesn't eat. Congratulations, Chad. Good job, buddy. Happy for you. That's called winning.
I fast 8 hours a day. It's really good.
That's more than 8. 7:30 to 9.
Right.
That's like
12.
9.
It's like
No.
12.
Yeah, it's 13.
That's 13. That's actually not bad.
And here's the thing: I do go to bed at 8.
Yes.
I'm usually.
But you're up at 3:34, so that's that.
I am up at 3.
You're up at 3.
You're early wake-
Yeah, he's an
riser,
early
huh?
waker. Yeah.
I go to bed.
So
at
he's
8.
really fasting 6 hours. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I go to bed at 8.
Yeah.
Wake up at 3.
That is good.
Any particular reason why you wake up super early?
I believe that if I'm the first one up, I'm already in first place.
100%. No, I agree with that. I wake up really early too. That's why I was just curious what your reason behind it was.
So I get my prayers and my meditation done. I do a few like social media posts, and then I and then I head up to shave the head, shave the dome. People don't realize
Upstairs with a skirt on.
Thank you. No, people
Sorry.
don't realize. You
I
can't
just
see it.
had to say that. I don't know why. It just came out.
We've all got the same haircut. People
Yeah.
don't realize the struggle. That's part of your morning routine.
Right.
Like, it
Like,
takes time.
It would be nice if I had hair and I could just put my hands under the water and
Yeah.
go like this and run a
Yeah.
brush through it, maybe throw
Right.
some gel in it, and I'm off to the
Yeah.
gym. No,
No.
I've got to sit there, let the water get hot,
Yeah.
put my head under, get it all wet, put some shaving cream on, go this way,
Yeah.
re-wet
I
it.
don't do that anymore.
What do you do?
I just shaver it with I bought one of those handheld things.
Yeah, they don't work for me.
the
No,
same.
they don't. I know, and it's always you always got a little something under. But
Yeah,
I
like
got-
I like my head to feel like
Fresh.
a baby's
Yeah,
butt.
I
Yeah,
agree.
smooth.
I
Just
agree.
Like you could shoot a dart and it'll stick to it.
Yeah. Nice. A little bit of spit dripping down the dart.
I've actually had a dart stick to my head before.
That's funny.
Somebody perfectly shot it
That
on
is
the back
funny.
of
That's
my
a
dome.
good time.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
good.
good time.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough.
Enough chivalry.
Enough comedy.
Yeah.
Um,
So Todd.
I'll respond to that now.
let's try this. Okay, ready? I'm ready. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do the
Do it. Do
I'm gonna
it.
do
Do
the
it.
intro now.
Do it.
All right. Today on the Hopeaholics we have Matt.
Yeah. Yeah. I quit.
How's that?
Not good. It was actually not. You know what? You could apply for that job when there goes. He introduces the boxers.
Bruce Buffer.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Bruce
iconic.
Buffer.
I don't know if you.
There's no way I suck.
He does he did Vegas the other day.
He's the let's get
Let's
ready to
get
roll.
ready to rumble.
It's an iconic voice.
Yeah.
When he dies, it's
Like who's
Bizarre.
gonna take over?
I think by that time they'll have a hologram and enough times of him saying that
Right.
over and
That's
over
true.
again. They'll
That's
probably
true.
have
That's true.
something like that going on.
Yeah, we didn't ever want to be like a boring podcast where people were, you had a whole full on intro. And like, I've even had like our social media and our SEO people, they're like, hey, you need to keep your podcast to 45 to 1 hour. And you need to write down questions. And I'm like, fuck that.
You got to
I'm
be
not
authentic.
And I said, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I literally was like, I'm not doing that. I said the number 1 and the number 2 podcasts in the world, they don't have time limits.
Yeah.
It's Joe Rogan and
Yeah.
Logan Paul.
And they're drinking and doing all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
We drink on here sometimes too, but it's
Yeah.
just like a Rain energy drink.
Yeah.
We did once.
Yeah.
I had a big old
Oh,
shot
we
of
did
espresso right before.
We did the Celsius.
Yeah. Yeah, that spun us out.
Yeah.
I had
I
to
can't
look-
do that.
I
shit
had to
anymore.
spill mine out. It felt like the stuff that I go to when I have to go for an endoscopy or a colonoscopy. You have
The
to drink to
Celsius?
empty your bowels out.
Or
The Celsius.
Okay,
it
don't
was a little
say the
much.
rain because
No, the rain was incredible.
Yeah,
I
tell
love
us
that
how
shit.
good the rain is.
Oh, the rain was amazing.
Yeah.
The rain, I love the rain. Bring the rain.
Have you ever had rain?
Nuh-uh. You guys
Yeah.
sponsored by him? Or?
No.
No, not at
No.
all.
Hoping to be.
Open to me.
Yeah, one day.
Oh, Rain that's from Bang right? It's Bang's other.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
No,
that's
it's its own brand, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I believe we have the founder. Maybe
I don't know. I'm not sure how she's involved.
somehow she's involved.
Yeah, it's on our website.
We got a WWE superstar coming
Yeah.
on.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
July 28th.
She's probably. I hope she's more involved than like just sponsored.
Well, let's watch it.
Huh?
Have we watched? I haven't even watched wrestling in a year.
I've only spent like 2 seconds on her Instagram
Yeah.
page.
What's her name? Are you allowed to say it right now or no?
Are we allowed to say it? Probably not.
I don't see why not. Natalie Eva Marie.
Yeah.
I don't see what the big deal is.
I'm gonna check her out. I haven't watched wrestling in
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
a long time ago.
she's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we got her coming on.
yeah.
That's gonna be our. We're we're really into motivational speakers and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then there's one guy. He's like, you're one podcast away from.
Yeah, just taking off.
You guys
Taking
already
off.
are taking off super quick. I was
Yeah,
telling
that's
him.
what he was saying.
No, my friend Brittany sent me your guys' account, and it was like 10,000 followers. And when I messaged you and we started talking, and then I saw today it was like at 16 or
Yeah.
17,000 something.
It's growing like by 200, 250. So, I mean, there's been days when like 500 people.
Yeah.
We did 1,000 in one day, but we were at a conference, podcasting live
Yeah.
from a conference that had
1,500
1,500
people.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So we weren't podcasting live. We were just recording.
I recorded.
But yeah, we're just trying new stuff. We have one silly reel that's hit a million
Oh.
views.
Yeah,
It's like My mom did it for me.
I
She
know.
completely cut me off.
Amazing.
Oh, you know what? I did see that one.
I'm like, that's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be the next
What
one.
about the one where I'm talking about working for the CIA?
That's the one that caught my attention.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was gonna ask you about that, but I was kind of just waiting to see where it went. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you worked for the fucking CIA, and you were.
Deep,
That's like
deep.
the ultimate dream right there.
I know.
You
Right?
can't get in trouble, right? Like, what more fun? Like, everyone thinks they're a spy when they're spun out, right? So you were like really
No,
doing
I wasn't
it.
really a spy.
Well, whatever you were doing, you were.
He
I
was,
was fucking
he was
people
spun
up.
out.
I was spun
He
out.
was so spun out he was a spy.
There was a time in my life when I thought the FBI and the CIA was following me for a long time. It was
Yeah, you
bad.
see.
Yeah, no, it was bad.
I checked a few pictures out of this guy
From before.
from before. Well, no, what I did was I clocked on him working out and it went back to a picture of him all fucked up
Yeah.
in the hospital.
Yeah, I used to look pretty shitty.
Like
Yeah.
looking.
Hopefully, I look better now.
Drug of choices.
Oh, meth and heroin. Those are my two IV users for years.
Yeah.
And you grew up. Where were you, where was your drug addiction? Where were you? What city? Mostly.
Rio Grande, Pismo, San Luis Obispo County.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's when it kind of started for the most part.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's a fun area, San Luis Obispo. Kids
Yeah.
area. It's like college.
Yeah.
A lot of college.
I've been there.
Penitentiary,
That row- that
penitentiary up
row
there
of
down the
that-
road.
There's that
Penitentiary
row
up
of
there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
bars. That street
Yeah.
full of bars.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's Marsh and Higuera. That's
Yeah.
like the little
Yeah, the
downtown,
downtown area.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's kind. It reminds me of San Diego's gas lamp district.
Yeah.
The gas lamp's way better though.
Is it?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because I've only been there a few times. I actually went to rehab in San Diego called Crash.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of Crash.
Yeah, it's right. You don't want to go there.
No.
I thought it sounded nice. I'm all Crash. That sounds fun. It stands for California Rehabilitation and Self-Help or something like that.
Oh.
And it was on 7th and F, and like they were so strict that if you got caught looking out the window, it was
Yeah.
called focusing out. It was actually attack therapy. Is what
Oh,
it was.
wow.
And
Really?
I learned the hard way. Yeah.
Wow, that's why I said, ooh, when you said self-help at the end, I
Yeah.
kind of had a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah. No.
And
No.
you threw the window in,
Yeah.
and you can't look out the fucking window.
No, it was bad.
It was like when you were a kid growing up in school, you looked out the window. You
Yeah.
know,
Nobody does it. Nobody
No.
does rehab that way anymore.
No.
It's
Yeah.
like love based, man. We got.
Yeah.
People are broken when they pick up the phone and say, "I need help."
Yeah.
I mean, they're already broken.
Yeah. No, it's pretty bad now. I mean, like I was telling him earlier, I think everyone at least knows someone directly or indirectly that suffers from some form of addiction. Like fentanyl is
It's insane.
killing everybody.
It's killing everybody. Killed my son-in-law
Sorry to hear that.
on 9/11. That's why we created this podcast.
Really?
Yep, because we want to be loud as fuck now. We no longer recover in silence.
Yeah.
That's good. you
Yeah.
know? And it's affecting people that don't even like do drugs. I mean, like that, might do coke on the weekends, right? And it's getting into that in that demographic. So it's like it's completely different.
Yeah, you can't even go to like a rave. Remember they used to have like ecstasy pills. Those are
Yeah.
fucking. They're not even.
Oh,
I don't even
Yeah.
know if there's ecstasy in them.
yeah.
Probably,
you
maybe
know-
a little, but there's definitely fentanyl in them too.
There's fentanyl in everything now.
Yeah, it used to just be fucking
What's
ecstasy
it? It's like
with Viagra.
it's like Frank's Red Hot. They put that shit on everything.
Everything.
You guys know that commercial?
Yeah.
Am I the only one? Can I get a sponsor from Frank's Red Hot?
My wife likes Frank's Red Hot. I'm not into Frank.
I put that shit on everything.
Yeah.
I don't.
You do.
Sriracha.
Yeah,
Sriracha. I think I fucked up my stomach from sriracha though. Like for years, I ate ground turkey, avocado, and sriracha.
I remember you squirting that on your ground turkey.
Yeah,
Plastic
and then
bowl,
so it was probably the
shaking it up.
combination of that plus every single day I would drink a Blue Monster.
Oh yeah, it's the Blue Monster.
No, it's the combo.
Yeah, it's a pretty fucked up combination. Right
Yeah,
there.
that's like one's they're both you like the energy drink, the Monster like gets rid of your lining.
Yeah, and then the
And then
sriracha
the
just
sriracha
digs in
just
there and sits there like
burns it.
paste.
Yeah.
Fucking cements your stomach.
So is this what we're gonna do?
What?
Are you gonna ask him about a story like what?
I thought we were going there. Anyways, we started.
Oh.
I said I saw him in the hospital. He was all jacked up. He was fucking like that. It was crazy. Seriously, the picture was fucked up. He was jacked up in the
What
hospital.
were you weighing when you got sober?
Probably like 165.
That's pretty heavy, actually. That's not bad.
That's
I was-
not bad. I'm
that's
about
not
200
bad, bro.
pounds right now.
Wow, that's
I was
not
like
bad.
$130.
I think
Yeah.
I was 150.
What?
Yeah, I was 150, 165. I mean, I was doing crack.
Yeah, I could always eat. I don't
You
know
could?
why. I could
Oh,
always-
because you did heroin with the meth.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's why. But I used to force myself to eat before I got high because I felt like I got higher that way. I don't know if that's true or not, but
I mean, if you go like 6-7 days without food and then you try to,
yeah,
you
it
know,
just doesn't work.
all of a sudden you're like, is this meth bunk?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I'm
it's
not
'cause you
getting
haven't
high anymore.
slept in fucking 7 days. Your body's like shutting down right now. So
Yeah,
no,
right.
I think the food thing was a valid
for sure.
thing.
Well, tell us about
Mine was Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah.
I would go to this Baskin Robbins over here.
Oh, you see, everyone had some go-to.
Well, I mean, because another CIA agent worked at the Baskin Robbins, so like it was cool, and her and I could speak through telepathy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you meet her there for ice cream?
Oh yeah, I would go.
That's
it was,
hilarious.
it was ice cream. You know?
Wow, yeah.
Sometimes she would put my mission inside of the cone.
Yeah. Oh, Lord have mercy.
There was a time when I thought that someone was following me, right? And I was driving around, tripping out, like getting high in these spots. And I was in Pismo Beach or Grover or somewhere around there in the middle of the day. And I swear to God, this car was following me to the point where I flipped a U-turn, cut him off, jumped out of the car,
Yeah, you see?
and started screaming
And he's
at
from
him.
behind you.
And
He's behind them, following him from behind.
And then my head, I thought he was changing the songs on my phone, so I took my phone and I smashed it on the ground in the middle of the street and screaming at this guy. And it was so real that to this day I still question if that was someone following me or if I was just
See? Tapped out right there. Just tap right out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never tapped out.
No.
I never tapped
No,
out.
and that's-
Like
yeah.
we just had somebody on the other day who tapped out just like that.
What do you mean?
Who was it?
What do you mean by tapped out?
Just like
No,
like,
just-
like was like fucking this
Fucking-
person is
yeah.
following me for
Yeah.
sure. I'm jumping out and
I'm gonna get out of the car and I'm gonna confront this individual. That's what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Who was
You
it?
did
It was
an
a-
all-out
Who was it? It
confrontation.
was a girl.
Yeah, it was a girl.
And she jumped
Michelangelo?
out.
Do you remember?
She jumped out and said it to some old lady.
Yeah.
And the old lady was like, "What are you,
What are you talking
about?"
about? Yeah.
That shit is so funny. There's
Yeah.
been times, man, when,
Wow.
when I was close.
Yeah.
And, and I was really, really close to, like, you know.
Yeah.
I like that term, tapping out. That's,
Yeah.
We just had enough.
I did.
We could say we could say blowing our cover.
Blown up.
you know?
Yeah.
Like
mission aborted.
yeah, mission aborted, man.
I can't do it anymore.
I never aborted a mission. I was
Imagine that poor guy, though.
I was willing to fucking die.
Going down like a captain with a ship. dude.
Yeah,
Just
man.
not giving
I mean,
in.
that is how fucking bad it was for me.
Yeah.
That's hell.
Nah.
Yeah.
I remember I had a big old SUV, like a 7-seater fucking old Escalade, and I would, I was living in it, and I would drive around, and I couldn't stay still for more than 10 minutes. I'd waste tanks of gas just driving up and down the 101 because I couldn't sit still for more than 5 minutes in a parking lot without feeling like someone was coming to get me. And I had no money to begin with. So
Right.
then you put that on top of a tank that cost $120, $130 to fill up, and it's real bad. You get stuck
couldn't
in
do
Wendy's
the car
parking
thing.
lots.
I
pretty
tried.
often.
I tried the car thing like that. I couldn't do it.
It's better
I mean,
than
it
the
wasn't
park
long. It
thing.
was just I was out there for a little bit, but yeah.
That's why in my early days, like in the early days, gas was like 97,
Yeah.
$1.05 a gallon.
Yeah.
You know,
That was when McDonald's had like those 13-cent cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
like I still though, times might have been different, and money might have been different, but I was still having to steal hot dogs from AM PM just to get something to eat.
Yeah.
I'd run out of gas.
Yeah.
I was always too. I never. Like when I ran out of gas, a couple times I just left my car there and just like boned out and figured it out,
Yeah.
A couple times I came back and cops were like surrounding my car and I'm like, I got the gas can. Come back all fucking tweaking. I just ran out of gas. And San Bernardino was a little bit different, but
Yeah.
drugs were a felony back then.
That's true.
Like you got busted, you get a little, just a little pebble, and you were going to jail.
you were going to prison back then, weren't you? For
So the first offense would be typically was you would get one chance to do a PC 1000 program.
yeah.
But if you were a drug addict like me, man, you wouldn't even show up to that shit.
Yeah. No, never.
They were like, "Hey, you want out of jail? Go do the PC 1000." I was like, "Yeah,
Of course.
I'm out."
Um,
And then I never showed up to the class. Then you get a warrant,
yeah.
and then
And then drug court, and then all that other.
they didn't even have drug court yet. This was in the 90s.
Oh.
And then it went to 90 days in jail, felony probation, and then the next one was prison, state prison. Pebbles.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Crack was a bigger crime
Yeah.
than meth.
They did. They. I was watching something on that. How there's this whole conspiracy thing on. And when I say conspiracy, I don't think that's
I
not
saw
true.
that same conspiracy
No,
thing.
you're talking about that one where that one series that's out right now where the CIA was selling meth.
Yeah, with
I
what's his
mean,
name? Freeway Rick. Rick
Yeah.
Freeway Rick, the real Rick Ross,
not Ricky Ross, the boss who used to be a
CEO.
correctionals officer.
Yeah.
Maybe you could still be gangster and be a correctional officer.
I think that kind of pulls your card. I mean, I don't know. That's not my world to live in, but I would just assume that.
Yeah.
You can't do
I mean,
that.
if you think about like real like mafia families, they have people
On the inside?
they have people
Working everywhere.
people that are cops. They have people that are politicians. They have what else do they have?
Everything.
Doctors,
Everything, bro.
lawyers.
Everything.
Yeah.
Fucking everything you
They're
can
smart.
imagine. That's
Yeah.
what they do.
That's how they do it.
Organized.
Organized. That's why they call it organized crime.
Oh, shit. Who would have thought?
Can't do organized crime though when you're out just fucking shooting meth and heroin.
No, it don't
no
work.
chance.
But you get a lot of good ideas on shit you could do.
Right.
Yeah. It's like you just can't execute.
Yeah.
You know?
Can never execute.
You got like 8 businesses ready to go.
It's hard to work or run with your pants at your ankles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's, it don't work.
See, I never had a belt either. That was the thing. When I was loaded, I never had. Why? Why you never have
You
a
were
belt?
probably taking it off to tie
Yeah.
off.
I never had to tie off.
You were just that good. You had ropes. Huh?
Yeah, and I would sometimes. No, I was so broken through that I just usually had like a shoestring holding that thing up. Now it's like a cool thing. Like my 15-year-old daughter,
Yeah.
she just puts a shoestring on her pants.
well,
Because
you know
get
what-
baggy pants are back in style.
Yeah.
Well, you
for
know where that
girls.
came from, right? The shoestring? That's from skateboarding. Because the belt buckle will pinch you. So skateboarders used to do that. We used to put shoestrings in. I used to skate when I was younger.
Yeah,
And,
I skated. Too
Oh, really?
in
I
the
never knew
80s.
that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I used to have my favorite board was I used to have a Lance Mountain board, Tony Hawk board. He's like who?
No, I know exactly. who it
Everybody
is.
knows who Tony Hawk is.
And Lance Mountain for sure.
Lance Mountain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Christian Hosoi was
Of course.
the Rocket Air.
The Christ Air.
Yeah. Christ, is that what it's called now?
That's what he called it back then. I'm
No,
pretty-
it was called the
Or maybe he
Rocket.
had the Rocket Air too. I don't know.
I don't think he was Christian yet. Was he?
I don't know.
And then there was that other guy who killed somebody. I can't think. We used to go to this place called Pipeline in Upland. That was like the only skate park. Now you just drive down the street and there's one.
Yeah. They're
you know,
everywhere now.
out here.
Yeah.
But the pools were way better. Like these big it was like, they had a big old pipe.
Yeah.
They had the combi pool. That's where all the pros would skate. I never really made it into that pool because it was like, I mean, you had to be badass.
Yeah.
To be in that pool.
Yeah. I wouldn't have made it in that pool. either.
dropping in and just and you had to be able to boom,
Yeah.
hand plants were still cool back then.
I think hand plants are. I mean, I could never do one. I wish I could. I just watched this documentary on Tony Alva and how he went through a lot of addiction and stuff too.
Yeah.
And now he's like 60 something years old and he's still hopping fences to empty pools and
Nice.
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see it go full circle. He went like rock star and then drug addict and now he's back to skating.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
That's your new
That's
thing.
my thing.
Yeah, that's your
Yeah.
thing now.
Yeah. That's why I get on the back of my neck jersey. Nice.
Yeah.
With a little Hawaiian seashell or something under it, so they know.
So what's your story, man?
Yeah.
Man,
When'd you start?
the first time I did meth, I
Yeah.
was 17. But by the time I was like using, daily, shooting it up I was about 23, I would say roughly. I'm about to be 33 next week.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hola.
Is that mine?
No, it was mine. Okay.
All right. Sorry. So 17, 21, you started shooting daily.
Yeah.
You're 33 right now.
I'll be 33 on the 18th.
Yeah.
So we're about 9 days out. Yeah, and that's where it kind of went, once you get, start shooting dope, everything just gets real bad really
Yeah.
quick. In and out of jail, never caught anything serious. Just always, like you're saying, I got Prop 36, PC 1000, drug court, never showed up. The county jail was a revolving door for me. I think I finally, like, paying off probation, I have like 23 different cases to pay on. It's fucked up. I actually paid him yesterday. Like, I think I owe like a little over $4,000. I'm paying him $40 a month. I'm like, doing the math, I'll be paying this forever.
Yeah.
It's all right. Just take your $40 every month. It's
Yep.
fine. But yeah, and then my first time trying to get clean and sober was I was 26, and I had finally caught like something more serious than a possession charge. I got, what was it? I used someone else's credit card. I don't know whatever they called that, but it
Fraud.
was fraud, something along those lines. There's always like some sort of name for it, but they offered me 3 years in AB 109, so county jail, prison term, or go to a year-long treatment program, which I did, and I took the treatment program. Went in there, ended up getting kicked out after 4 months for fighting. Just still being hard-headed. It's kind of a funny story, actually. We had, y'all have jobs in there.
Yeah.
And this kid turned my laundry pink, all my whites. And he's all, I turned your laundry pink. And I'm like, okay, that why you telling me? Like he just told me, yeah, I turned your laundry pink. Some words were said, and then he ended up saying, wear your pink clothes, you fucking faggot. And I didn't like it, and we ended up exchanging words. And by the end of the night, we signed out and went around the corner and handled it like responsible adults. And they kicked me out, but they let me back in. Ended up graduating, was doing really well, and was clean and sober until I wasn't.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of, since I was 26, getting clean, falling off, things getting worse, getting clean, falling off, getting worse, and now I'm almost 2 years sober, so I'm still pretty new to this,
Yeah.
2 years is still fresh.
Yeah. It's actually a little over 20 months. I mean, it's new.
A little over 20 months, still fresh.
Yeah.
He's still hurting. I mean,
No, I've got a lot of things that I'm working on. Obviously, I'm nowhere where I want to be in life, but
Right.
I feel good today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm happy. I'm purpose driven. I'm very disciplined. I love the structure of my life, and I love where it's headed. I know where it's going. Like I said, I'm not nearly where I want to be,
Right.
but I know where I'm going, and I'm confident in that.
Yeah. That's I'm all about like discipline, and I don't say this, it's the thing for everybody, but it is the thing for successful people.
Of course.
If you want to be successful in life, you have to be disciplined.
Yeah.
You can't be motivated, because motivation comes and goes.
Absolutely.
But discipline is something that you do, and you have to have consistent discipline.
Yeah.
You have to be consistent every day. Obviously, like you go to the gym
Every day, almost every day.
and I'm like one of those guys that's like, if I see somebody that works out, I at least know that they're disciplined, right? I know that because it takes a lot.
Yeah, it takes a bit.
There's days when you're like, fuck, I don't really feel like going to the
Well,
gym.
plus you got
but
food
you go
and all
anyways.
that.
Of course.
Well, yeah, the food.
Yeah, food, everything.
Everything
that goes with
food's
that.
a big part of it,
Yeah.
Maybe not when you're 30. How old are you now?
I'll be 33 next week.
33. I was still eating full pizzas at
No,
33.
I eat very, very healthy. Like
Yeah.
I'm all about diet, and I don't know if I'm gonna work my ass off in the gym. I'm not gonna blow it with fucking ice cream and shitty food, but that's
Right.
just myself personally.
No golden spoon
And it
for
goes
you.
back to being that disciplined. Being disciplined and saying no to the shitty food. When I do eat food like that, I treat it like drugs. Like I love the way it tastes. I love the way it makes me feels, and I'll go fucking hard. I know I'm not gonna overeat plain chicken salad, or whatever I'm eating, chicken and veggies. Like I can't consume too much of that, but I can open up a bag of Reese's and go hard. Too hard.
Yeah. That when you don't eat sugar and stuff, and then you have some sugar,
Yeah.
it's like, man, it's game over for me.
Yeah.
I did that last night.
You did.
I was in bed
And
eating
my
fucking
weakness
chocolate.
is ice cream.
Golden spoon.
No, golden spoon. I mean, the golden spoon I just get addicted to, and it's just a thing, right? But ice cream,
Yeah.
like real ice cream. Like when I am like right now, I'm not like, I eat healthy,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not I haven't taken anything away right now. I'm just doing whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
But my diet's still very healthy, but I do have golden spoon right now every single day.
Okay.
But when I'm not, and I'm like really like, trying to take off some fat and all of that, it's like if I get sugar in me, especially ice cream, or if my wife brings home them crumble cookies. Have you had those before? And then we'll have like vanilla bean ice cream, and I got these crumble cookies, dude. I'm breaking a piece off, I'm putting it on the spoon, and I'm digging right out of the fucking carton. You ever done that before?
No.
I
I don't know what a crumble cookie is.
You got to try it.
What's a crumble cookie?
Crumble?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Next
time
the
you
cookies
bring-
are like this big.
Bring
And see,
one
my
in.
wife can eat whatever she wants, and she still has abs. And
that's a blessing, right?
yeah,
It's a blessing for you.
Yeah, it's a blessing for me. And she's always handing me her food, and I'm like, "Are you trying to make me like fat?"
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
She's probably like, "Yeah,
That's for sure. Yeah. Inside she is.
I'm a fat kid at heart, though, man.
Oh, same here. No,
You know?
for sure. I love junk food. That's why I just don't partake in eating it.
Yeah,
I mean, every once in a while, maybe, but
I could do like chips, fucking anything.
Yeah.
Miguel's burritos.
I don't like burritos.
I'm a sucker for a breakfast burrito, but I don't.
Breakfast burritos.
I don't
are
consider
bomb.
that junk food. Like,
No, it's not.
It's not. It's not the healthiest thing to eat, but there's still good protein in there.
Yeah,
And,
lots
you
of,
know,
especially if you get it with like potatoes.
Oh,
you
yeah.
got some good carbs in there.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean,
It's really the tortilla that's kind of,
Yeah.
it's a little off.
but if you're training all the time and you're working out and you're pushing your body, like I
Yeah.
don't see a problem with that. It's not like breakfast burritos become, you can't have that every meal, but
Right.
every once in a while.
I used to do breakfast burritos every day, but I made them myself, so I knew exactly how
Yeah.
many calories were in them.
Yeah.
So it wasn't bad. So
Turkey in there or chicken?
I would just do eggs and low fat mozzarella cheese.
No turkey?
No,
No chicken?
it's just a small ass burrito, dude.
Fuck.
Kind of like your dick.
Mark that.
I probably should never say that shit.
That's
again.
not true. You know it's not true.
I do. I just want y'all to know that I have seen him naked.
Now I get why that other lady said.
Literally, no,
Oh,
this is
it's fucking
it's ridiculous
hilarious.
because like one of the very first time I've ever met him, like
Oh yeah, that's there it
it may
is.
not have been the first day,
Not the
but
first day.
It was the first time I ever met
yeah.
him. I don't know why these Canadians think that when you go to like the gym and there's a hot tub that you get in the hot tub with no board shorts on.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree. I work in a gym and I'm fucking dude. I see this all the time.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
so like I didn't know
not okay.
I didn't know he didn't have board shorts on, and I wasn't going to get in, but me and this other guy were walking by, and the guy I happened to be walking with, he was gay, and Shane must have like known it too because he comes marching up the stairs all stops at the top, poses. This shit is on the internet for life now, motherfucker.
Good stuff, baby.
my
Good
God.
stuff. Yeah.
He poses. The guy I was walking with, he's like, what's that camera on my face?
Never did get that guy's number.
Oh man.
I remember his name though.
Did you? What was it?
I'm not gonna say
It's
it.
okay. No last names.
George.
George. Hey, George.
What if George?
Are you gonna
wa-
drop him the digits or
Georgie. 949-283-83.
No, his number is 867-5309.
8675309.
I don't know if that one works anymore.
It doesn't.
That was probably
You know what? If you add the 949 in front,
It
and
could.
you got to do it right though, because he started to sing it. If you go, my phone number is 949 867 5309.
makes sense. I would fall for that one. Maybe
It all depends
the average person would. For
Yeah.
sure.
It all depends on how you say it. You can't just start singing it. 8675309.
You could even go a little bit further and fuck it up a little bit, like 867, 5309, and throw them off a little bit more.
So, anyways, I mean, not that our following is like huge, but it will be one day. The rest of the fucking world.
George will come back.
I'm going to make sure that this is a real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
it's a fact though.
Yeah.
I mean, what the story I just told, I couldn't make that shit up, right?
No, not at all.
I mean, I did go a little extra on the,
Yeah, you did.
on the posing at the
Still.
top, but
Still.
Yeah.
I
There
mean,
was
you
a certain level of pose there.
there was a stop at the top. Who stops at the top? I don't fucking understand that.
I was
shit.
looking where I should sit.
Hey, I'll
I
tell
didn't want to
you.
hit anybody.
So
Excuse me.
So this is a real story about a Canadian in the locker room I met. There was this guy boxing in the gym, and he was just going hard. And I saw him in the locker room later. I started talking to him, and he started undressing. He's from Canada
Yeah.
too, by the way. So he told me this story, and he starts undressing as he's talking to me. And next thing you know, and I kid you not, he had one foot on the locker room
Yeah.
school.
Is naked.
And he's talking to me, and like it's like a bad car accident, right? You don't want to make you don't want to break.
And he's sitting there naked?
Yeah.
That's funny.
He had one leg
up.
Yeah, he's an athlete.
What do you
He was
mean he's an athlete?
Athletes don't mind nudity.
I do. I don't like it, man.
Yeah,
like I
I'm
can't. I've had like friends at the YMCA when we used to go to the Y, and they try to talk to me while they were naked. I'd just be like, you know what? Stop right now. I was just stop right now.
Your testicles
You
are
can come
moving.
back- you can
I
come
can't
back-
do it.
You can come back and talk to me
Yeah.
when you have some fucking clothes on, because I'm just not doing it. Because I'm gonna look.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna
Yeah,
look.
you have to. I
You
look
know?
now.
Of course.
Come on, everybody looks.
Yeah.
That's natural.
I'm just like, and I'm
Yeah.
like, so don't try to come to talk to me, and I think I'm not gonna. Just don't.
It's true. You're right.
You know, I don't even want to see. And here's the thing: I don't want to see it,
It's true.
but I'm gonna look.
You have to.
Yeah, because and then I'm gonna compare myself
Yeah,
to you,
exactly. Exactly. No good's gonna come from that.
and then I'm gonna figure out: are you a shower? Are you a grower?
I'm
What are you?
both. I'm both. Two-time
That's
Tony.
not true, because that water was hot. It looked like he came out
He
of
had
a,
the
it, loo-
advantage,
it
yeah.
looked like he came out of a cold plunge.
Speaking of cold plunge. Oh, good times.
Yeah.
Good times. So we're getting back on track now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You were see, I was never hospital bound when I was in it. I ended up in maybe jail. My parents were called the police on me.
Yeah.
It seems like you ended up in prison or jail, and you also ended up in the hospital at times.
Oh yeah, multiple times. In the hospital, quite a few times. The first time I got, I guess we call it cotton fever, right? But my blood went septic, and I had to go to the hospital. And this was on 4th of July, 2017, or it was right when I got kicked out. When I was telling you I was at that program, went back, started using, got cotton fever like within the first couple weeks. Was in the hospital. I remember they pump you full of all these antibiotics to like get your levels back to normal, and I went right back to shooting dope because it was 4th of July. That's how I remember that day. And then the second time, that was when it like shit really got bad. I remember I did some drugs, obviously that were worse than normal. And I fell asleep. I woke up. I felt like I had pins and needles all over my body, and my head was in vice grips. That was like the best way to describe it. I remember the fan was on in the room, and it was blowing cold air, and I was about 6 feet away, but I was so fucking cold and in pain from the air blowing on me, I couldn't even get up to turn it off. I finally got out of bed enough to go to the hospital. I drove myself to the hospital. So I'm like, I think I was at my parents' house, like kind of hiding in the guest bedroom. I don't know if I let them know what's going on. It's my mom and my stepdad. It's like don't ask, don't tell kind of situation.
Yeah.
Drove myself to the hospital. They did blood work, and they basically just kind of like kicked me out. I went back to their house and fell asleep. I was finally able to get to sleep, but I'm like in so much pain. And I woke up, I don't know how many hours later, but I had like, I'd say at least 5, maybe 10 voicemails from the doctor for the hospital. Like, you need to get back here right now.
Damn. What'd you have?
So I ended up having endocarditis and an abscess in my spine that was millimeters from my spinal cord. It almost paralyzed me. But to back it up even before that, like this is the insanity of everything, right? I'm in this much pain. They're telling me you need to get back here now. I'm calling my dealer like, hey, I don't know how long I'm going to be in this hospital, so I'm not going to get kicked out dope sick. You know what I mean? So like I was waiting in a parking lot at a McDonald's next to a Wells Fargo right there on Grand Avenue in Rio Grande, waiting for dope, but like dying, and I picked up and, then I checked myself into the hospital. I ended up being there for 72 days.
Wow.
When you were in the hospital, did you have an IV and just
Yeah, I had a PICC line. So that's the thing. When you have a PICC line and you have a drug history, like most people could have gone home and had a home health nurse come and administer their IV every day or however they do it. But when you have a drug use history, they won't let you leave. You're a risk, I guess. Yeah. And so it's kind of funny. I was in there as during the height of COVID, like just, everything's popping off. And they had me in the pediatric area overflow. And I was like the biggest piece of shit. Just being so cruel to all the nurses. They're like used to working with babies, and then they have me.
It's
some big baby came in there.
big baby. Yeah.
Wow.
And the first week I was like just, they were giving me morphine and Dilaudid through an IV drip because I was, fucked up. And I wasn't eating. I wasn't able to do anything. And I finally started coming around, and I had all those drugs with me, but my body was so fucked up that it was just rejecting them anyway. So it wasn't like I was using them. But then a week went by, and I started feeling better and started eating my food and like being normal. And they transferred me over to the other spot. And then I was like, all right, I'm good enough to get high again. So I started getting high. So I went from like this, I'm in a single room, right? Like no visitors allowed. And all of a sudden I'm not eating my food anymore, and I'm coloring, and I'm fucking all happy. And it was pretty obvious. So security came in. They're like, we know you have stuff. We want it. And they took all my drugs. And
Wow. So you're getting high in the hospital.
yeah. It was an interesting time. I mean, 72 days isn't that long, but when in a hospital, it is a long time. Like 72 days in jail, that's whatever. 72 days in the hospital, it was almost, I don't know if it was worse, but in a way it was, because at least in jail you have people to hang out with.
Yeah.
I was just by myself, like in a
Watching
single room.
TV.
Yeah, watching like
The worst TV.
The worst TV. Like I watched more Disney movies in that 2 months than I, ever have in my life.
Yeah.
They had pre-programmed movies on there, and most of them were like Disney kids movies and stuff. I wasn't allowed to leave. I was on the 4th floor and Marion Medical in Santa Maria. And yeah, I wasn't allowed to leave. Finally, they let me go out in the lobby. I went downstairs. I snuck downstairs once to get some snacks out of the vending machine. They got pissed off at me, and I was starting to do good. I was working out again. I had a TRX in my room. I broke 2 shower curtains from doing pull-ups in the shower, and the doctor brought me a pull-up bar. I found a walker in the hallway, and I was using it as a dip bar. Yeah, nice. And I was just having fun in there. As fun as I could, be in the hospital.
Right.
And I was talking to this girl on Instagram, and you get bored in there, and so I think it was around 72 days in. It was like 6 days till I was about to leave. She came, picked me up. I'm like, I'm gonna sneak out, and I went and got drunk at her house, and the hospital called me, and they're like, you need to come back here right now. I come back, hammered, and they're like, you can stay, but you can't leave your room. And I wasn't having it, so just caused a big scene, left. Like I said, I drove myself to the hospital, so my car was filled with paraphernalia, and I just started shooting dope again right there in the parking lot after all that, getting better and everything. So that's what happened.
Yeah, that's kind of hardcore, bro.
Yeah,
that's hardcore.
I mean, that's the insanity.
That's the insanity.
It's pretty standard
of our disease.
Yeah.
Like it's like everything we do is like, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, no, exactly. To us, but to like the average person, they're probably like,
I'm
fuck
surprised.
is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it took a whole nother year after that till I decided I wanted to get help. I overdosed on fentanyl on accident.
Right.
Someone gave me a pressed Roxy pill. And I shot it up, and it wasn't a Roxy pill. And like I knew that the second I started pushing that thing in, because you have to go in kind of slow if you've done it before, And I knew it wasn't right, but I didn't really care because I was so just fucking. I felt suicidal. I was just like too scared to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
So it didn't bother me. And then I woke up, however long later, with a needle still in my arm, sitting in a dollar store parking lot in Santa Maria by myself, like a very depressing.
Yeah.
Low point in my life, and I was like, you know what, I don't want to die. I thought I did, but I didn't. I don't want to.
So just so we're clear,
Yeah.
you took the shot. You knew something was off. You're still in the car. You're alone,
Yeah.
and you're taking the shot.
No, so I did it, but I went out,
Yeah, you went out,
and I
Lucky.
woke up. Yeah. What's that?
Lucky you went out before you finished the whole shot.
Oh, I think that the whole shot did go. I don't know how
Right.
if it went in or out or the whole thing, but you just come to all of a sudden. It's not like you really remember too much what happened. But I was like, fuck, dude, I need to do something about this. So I didn't obviously get clean sober that day, but I put it into play. It's funny how when you're not on probation, they make it real difficult to get into treatment.
Right.
So I went to Drug and Alcohol Services in San Luis Obispo, the same place that sent me to countless treatment centers. And they were like, are you sure you're qualified? Asking me all these questions. I'm like, yeah, I qualify, I promise. After a few visits with them, they agreed to send me to this place out in not King City. King City's Salinas. They have like a free treatment detox center out there. I was supposed to go, and I fell asleep in my car and missed it completely, and they gave away my bed. But then they ended up having another one in King City like a couple weeks later, and I drove myself down there and checked myself into detox. It was the first time I'd ever reached out and gotten help without anyone forcing me to do it. So
did you say, and is that the last one?
Yeah.
That's the last one?
Yeah, that was
Nice.
awesome. Yeah. It was just like, I mean, I'd been in lower bottoms before. Like I've been homeless with no car, you know, and but it was just one of the lowest points I felt in my life. I just knew that if I didn't do something, it wasn't going to end well.
Yeah. It's insanity.
It's insanity, you know, and the whole time too. It's like, so back it up to before COVID, I was living in Santa Barbara, but I went to San Luis Obispo to pick up, and I had money. I had a job. I wasn't completely fucked off yet, but I went into Target, spun out on Xanax, and I was like, I'm gonna, you know, steal some shit just cause. And I bought like a bunch of shit, and then I grabbed a backpack and loaded it up, and I was walking around the store just filling shit up in the backpack. I was spun out. And, you know, Xanax will make you not remember shit. And, you know, of course, they go to stop me, and I put my keys and my wallet in the backpack I was taking, and then I bought like some boots or something. Who knows why I bought boots, like $100. And they stopped me. They ripped the backpack. I start trying to wrestle with them for the backpack. Long story short, I got away. I was like, they had the backpack. I was like trying to get it for my keys. Finally, they gave me my keys before the cops got there, and I took off. The next morning, my friend's mom hits me up and was like, hey, you need to get a hold of the police department. Your face is all over the fucking Facebook page. So I'm like, okay, all right. So I call them up. I'm like, hey, this is what happened. They told me to leave. They're like, okay, they got my side of the story. They're all, we're going to get the other side of the story. We'll reach out to you when we figure this out. I'm like, cool. You know, I did what was right. I stole some shit, whatever. Never heard from them. A couple months later, I'm like, you know what? I'm probably good, but I'll give them a call. Well, they were charging me with robbery and not telling me about it, because when they file it as robbery, they put a warrant out for you.
Right.
So they were trying to give me robbery, because I guess it's anything when you take something by force or fear. And they were saying when I went to reach for the backpack that it was by force, and they were offering me like 2, 3, or 5 years in prison. And you know, with my record, I definitely wasn't going to get the low term. It'd be at least the mid or the high term. But it was during COVID, so I was like fighting this. And we had evidence. I just happened to have my cell phone in my right hand, and my flashlight was on. So like my public defender was, you know, using that as the evidence that we could beat this, and kept going to court, kept getting pushed back due to COVID. And my last court date was on Zoom at a sober living after I left the detox. And they're like, I was about to go to jury selection. Like that was my next court date. And they're like, oh, you're doing good now. We'll give you a chance. And so they said, you know, you stay there for a year and do good. They dropped it to grand theft, which is still on my record, which now I have to go back and try to get that taken care of. That's the next step. But it's just crazy how everything has gone through and worked out.
So through all of that, you get sober. What have you been doing? Is that where Nikki signed?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did you guys video it?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, good.
Yeah. She wasn't happy with it, though. She wanted to change it. You know how everyone gets. I told her, fuck, bro. I told her.
Did you say, look at Chad?
Bro, I did more than that.
What?
I went through the whole story.
Oh,
with the D and the A and the whole thing.
I totally fucked up my whole signature.
Yeah. I told her.
Okay, good.
What's that wall?
It's every guest. You'll sign it when we're done.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, every guest. That's it. Well, okay. So the wall is new. These are the guests that most of these that have signed it are recent guests, but we've also told all old guests to just stop by any time and sign the wall.
Right on.
Yeah.
What guest number am I? How many have you guys done?
Like 50.
Nice.
Yeah.
You think about 50? Yeah.
You're about to ask him something.
And then I saw Nikki's
Yeah.
signature. It was a new one right there.
Yeah.
And it literally says Nikki. So
yeah. It does say Nikki.
A lot of them I can't read.
No.
I know who they are.
Weird how that's her name and it says it, eh?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Isn't that odd how it just happens like that?
Mine usually is just CHD, and I put some weird A in there, and then I didn't know how to do the D anymore. It was like, I don't know.
You got Z like Zorro underneath. I know. I showed Nikki that. And here's Zorro's signature, Chad.
We got Mohawk Matt from Solon.
I showed her that one too. And then I said he's not in, and then he corrected me. Fucking Michelangelo. I said that's what did I say? I said some writing. So that's artistic or that's graffiti.
Yeah, that's actually how Solon does their.
Yeah.
their thing.
Yeah.
Mohawk Matte.
Mohawk
So
Matte,
you know the brand Solon, the clothing brand.
I don't think so.
Oh, what?
Maybe it might not. Should I?
Yeah, it's that one that he's got on
Oh,
right now.
okay.
Yeah,
No, I like that though.
we're trying to get a sponsorship
Yeah.
from him. You wear your Solon shirt, and then I
Fucking,
can
I'm gonna wear it every day,
tag
bro.
you in there. You make a reel,
Yeah, we're gonna do
And
that
I-
after this.
and I tag you in it.
Yeah, we had a great reel. We have a great reel already for Solid.
Which one?
You got to watch the thing with it today. We did one already with your socks and my shirt. That was beautiful.
Oh, we did it.
Played
again?
it back. It was crazy
Oh,
good.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We all I wear is Solon. Like, I mean, I'm wearing a Van sweatshirt today, but I was gonna wear I wear a Hope by the Sea sweatshirt, but we did this other little promo video, so I didn't want to. I wasn't trying to do Hope.
And to keep it clean.
Trying to keep. Got to keep them separated. You know
Gotta
that
keep 'em
song.
separate.
Offspring. Yeah, you got to keep the. I got to keep my because you know I have two things, right. I've got I own drug and alcohol treatments,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got this podcast and this other platform that we're building,
Yeah.
and they're two separate things.
Yeah.
This is the podcast and the platform, and I didn't want to mix the two businesses. Although currently we are sponsored. This Hopeaholics is sponsored.
You almost, you know what? I almost went through without a laugh. You almost had me. We almost did it together again, but we had to. No.
Hopeaholics.
Yeah.
We need to take a commercial break. It's sponsored by the Infinity Group.
Yeah. So we're here today.
Owns and operates 6 different treatment centers, including Hope by the Sea, Pillars Recovery,
Ken Sealy
Communities,
Hope Lodge up in Lake Arrowhead.
and
Pillars Recovery in Laguna Beach and in Newport Beach, California.
Newport Beach, yeah. It's at Corona Del Mar.
Corona
but
Del Mar.
Here's the thing, though. Corona Del Mar
Yeah.
is not its own real city, right? It
never
actually
knew
is
that.
part of Newport Beach.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
All right. So
I
Corona.
believe.
I don't know. All right.
All
So
right.
yeah, you were about to ask him something before you got sidetracked with Nikki's name.
You know what's really weird? It's 4:20 right now.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Blaze it up.
Blaze it up out there. Blaze.
Another commercial break.
Yeah, right.
We are also sponsored by.
I'll be back in 5. Me and Michelangelo will be back in 5.
Sponsored by Sheweed.
Yes.
International Weed.
That's a good one, actually.
Yeah, I know.
That's nice.
You should do Sheweed
Marin will like
International.
that. Marin will like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Chiweed Canada.
Sheweed Canada.
Yeah.
They don't. It's marijuana is illegal in Canada.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Don't
We-
they have like a lot of grow
Yeah,
operations?
lots.
again?
We went legal before the States did.
So the whole entire
All
country,
of Canada.
you can just walk into like a
Anywhere.
liquor store.
Well, we
Yeah.
can't because we're felons.
Yeah, liquor store. Yes. You can.
You can't even get into Canada with a DUI.
No, you guys can't come to Canada.
No, they would not let it.
I wouldn't want to go to Canada. I don't even like
Well,
Canadians.
We don't want you. We don't want you. We don't fucking want you. It's pretty simple.
Apparently,
No, we'll
Like-
take your money, but not you.
you got that guy. That guy.
What guy?
See, I could talk Canadian politics on here.
Jordan Peterson.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
he's
man.
great.
He's good.
I
the
love
man.
Jordan
Well,
Peterson.
you're thinking Trudeau.
Trudeau.
Yeah, Trudeau's a
Yeah,
dog.
your boy.
He's a dog. He's not my boy.
away all their guns.
It's not my boy.
Huh?
I don't like him.
They just took away all their guns in Canada.
And
that's
right.
step
You can
one.
only
Yeah.
you can only buy a gun for hunting.
Yeah.
So how do you
Hunting.
protect yourself from the government?
You can't.
Huh?
You can't.
That's
Tyranny.
what the Second Amendment is for.
Tyranny is about to rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole
fucked up.
world's going to
We don't-
shit.
Yeah, and it's a hell in a handbasket.
100%.
Yeah. It's
Well, we're
true.
trying to come together
right now.
over me.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna work.
We're trying to bring community back together, though.
Unity.
Unity, yeah. Because you know, America's so damn divided right now, and they did it on purpose.
Of course.
And you have to be blind to not see that.
Well, there's a lot of blind people out there.
Yeah,
Divide and conquer. That's like psychology 101,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
yeah, it is. It absolutely is. They're even dividing amongst the subcultures.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, then you look at like, I think the younger generation's completely fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like I just made the cutoff, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of bullshit going on in the world today.
There is.
I think men are pussies today. A lot of they're not like very manly anymore. It's like
Yeah.
that whole toxic
Yeah, they
masculinity
want to be
bullshit.
girly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then girls wanting to grow their armpit hair out. I see that all the
Yeah.
time at the
They
gym.
did that. They did that in the 70s.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that? You were old enough.
Love child.
Whatever,
Huh?
to each
Love
their own.
children,
But the
whatever.
whole
Yeah.
like,
Fuck you.
They probably
Sorry, Todd.
they probably still don't shave their armpits
In Canada?
it's too cold. You gotta.
You gotta keep all the hair wherever, bro.
I swear to God, Canadians are gonna hate me.
Big complete bush, take off the girl's pants, or not even just take off her pants. There's a big bush coming out of her panties. You know what I'm saying? Down her leg,
You know
up
what?
her.
That used to be like.
upper
that used-
thing- upper-
here's the thing, though. That used to be like a
Picture it.
very sexy thing.
It
Yeah.
used to be.
It
Yeah.
used to be
Yeah.
just like I don't know if you guys remember. I mean, you're young, but you can look back at like in the
The old
80s.
penthouses.
No, just the 80s, like Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
These guys, they had like these
the chest
nice,
hair.
just nice hairy chests.
Yeah.
Thick.
Yeah.
The thicker the hair on the chest.
Girls
and
used to love that
They
stuff.
would throw like a gold chain on.
Yeah.
Those guys would keep like do
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 or 5
two
buttons
buttons
undone.
down.
Yeah.
just the chest hair.
Yeah.
That was like, and that was
Yeah,
manly.
that was it.
You know what? You know what ruined? You know what ruined men?
What?
Miami Vice?
Razors.
Razors.
Well, we're kind of blessed that they. that they
Could you
can have with
imagine? Thank God. You know why? Because we would. You know what we would be?
What?
We would be those guys that had just one of those.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I think even when they had razors, obviously, like it wasn't common for guys to shave their heads. I think
No.
they looked like
Yeah,
a
you're right.
skinhead. So
Yeah.
they
You're right.
like my dad used to rock the cul-de-sac look. And
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
shave that. off.
I tell people like, dude, it's time to let that thing go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got
You
to.
know, I let mine go at like
Yeah.
23.
Yeah,
I've been shaving my head since 23.
I started shaving my head the second I saw in a picture one time the light. It wasn't even gone. It was just thinner, and I'm like,
Yeah.
nope, I'll never be that guy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be that guy.
No,
Shane rocked a comb over for a while. No,
you can't.
Actually,
It's
I'm
degrading.
gonna be honest because he didn't rock the comb over.
Yeah.
What he did. Oh man,
You're a dick.
I know. Such a
All right,
dick.
go ahead. Tell him.
All
Tell him
right.
what I did.
He grew his hair out for a while and he rocked a yarmulke.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Are
That's
you
what I
Jewish?
do.
Or?
Put the kind. No. Yeah, I'm Jewish. Be kind of fucking weird if I wasn't. What is it?
Yeah, I mean, I
how do
don't
you go
know.
home to the family praying? Start praying. Family's going, what the fuck's going on? I'm bald. I have to become a Jew. It's either that or shave my fucking head. I got no choice. I'm Jewish now. Please call me Moshe.
So what do Jewish people do though when they shave their head
You
like
wear the
this?
hat. You choose. Honestly, we do the. No, they don't shave their head. They're just have what do you call it?
A cul-de-sac.
Cul-de-sac.
You know, like,
Yeah, cul-de-sac.
Yeah, we can only he's allowed to say what he just said.
yeah, we can't say that.
Yeah, no. I
That's
can
fine.
talk crap about Canadians because
Yeah, all day
my
long.
dad's a Canadian.
Yeah.
immigrant.
Well, plus, they're not coming.
Does that
after
make it
you.
okay?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
What?
Yeah, do whatever the fuck you want.
I will.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of
Canadians will come on you.
No,
I'll get calls when we leave here. I'll get the boys to start calling me, bro. You
the
gonna
only
put up with that shit?
Canadian. I'm scared of one Canadian.
Who, my
One.
brother?
Yes, David.
And he loves
He's
you.
probably
He loves
the,
you. You're
probably
fine.
the toughest Canadian.
He's one of them.
You guys
That's
are
for
pretty
sure.
tough. I feel like you got to
Yeah,
be ready to play
yeah.
hockey and
They're
it's
hot.
cold and
They need a stick though to beat your
Yeah,
ass.
That's true.
Yeah.
Except for David.
No, he's
He'll
fucking.
beat your ass.
He's all
without a stick.
knuckles. He's all knuckles.
He'll break the stick, drop throw it on the ground.
Yeah. He's a gentleman.
Does Dave watch our podcast?
No.
You gonna
Not
tell
this
him
far
about
in.
this?
Not this far in.
Okay.
He falls asleep. I can say right now. I can say, and no one in my family will listen this far. I can say fucking anything. I hate you all. You all despise. I despise you all. Ah! No one's watching. None of my family's watching this far in. They're all asleep.
Marin just barely started watching our story
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Instagram.
Aaron's coming around.
Yeah.
She's coming around.
My wife has been watching. My wife is supportive of the podcast. She watches it from beginning to end.
Yeah, she's good. How about yours, Michelangelo? Yeah, you got a girlfriend or a boyfriend? Girlfriend. Just making sure. I don't know.
it's 2023. You gotta make.
Gotta
sure.
ask.
You gotta ask.
You gotta ask.
You can have both in 2023. if
You're
you
damn
want.
right you can. You know what? As a matter of fact, you have both in the same person in 2023 if you want.
You can. Very true.
That's a whole other topic.
Yep. And we're gonna skip that
We're gonna
topic.
just let's gently go into something else.
Yeah, because we're trying to come together
Right now.
over me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I will stick on that topic for a second because I do have one thing to say. Is I don't care what people choose to do.
Yeah.
Like everybody has the right to choose. The only time it doesn't seem right is you can't involve children, and that's where I leave it.
100%. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You can't. Yeah, kids are too impressionable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to play in the dollhouse with my GI Joes.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I would have been
Everyone
considered,
did.
that would
I
be,
used to. I mean, I would.
Fuck right.
I grew up with sisters,
Bro,
and
you're right.
they would put dresses on me.
Of course, dude. And today you would be like, oh, you need the hormone.
Yeah.
You need some hormone
I played with
blockers.
those.
We're not ready for that, guys.
No.
Doctors. The doctors.
The doctors. So what are you doing today on a daily basis? Like you got routines, right?
Oh yeah. You gotta. I think you have to. It should be
Yeah.
mandatory.
It should be mandatory.
It should be. I mean, like going back to what you're saying, if you want to be successful and get anything out of life, you got to have some sort of routine and be disciplined. I think, I was talking to someone about this yesterday. It's like one of the hardest parts about getting sober, especially, I started at a pretty young age. So I didn't have like a whole lot going on for me. I wasn't like a killer student. I barely got my GED. I went to city college for a little bit. So like getting sober was hard. But then learning to cope with life and like realizing, damn, all my friends are, all these people around me my age are crushing it in life, and I'm not, you know. And so that's hard. I think that's why, for me, like having discipline, and having a routine, having goals, and knowing where I'm going, as long as I keep putting one foot in front of the other, is really important. Living in sober living for a while, and all the treatments places I've been to, I see a lot of guys. You can either thrive or you can not do shit. Like for me, getting sober wasn't good enough. My besides the jail time and the overdoses, like I had some good times out there. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. And as much as I fell in love with the drugs and the alcohol, I fell in love with the whole lifestyle, right? The whole game of, because it's a never ending struggle. Like
they say in Narcotics Anonymous, the using, finding ways and means to get more.
Yeah, it was a hustle every day, and I liked it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now I take that same mentality. Like if you can learn to channel that same energy that you put into fucking getting loaded all day, every day, you can be really successful. Like some of the most productive people I know are people that are in recovery. And I consider myself to be one of those people. Like I just try to treat myself like I did, like I was saying, when I was getting loaded, but now I'm sober.
Yeah. And you do it for good, for the betterment of
that's what I was
society.
thinking just now,
No, it's cool, man. But again, going back to what I was saying, it's also difficult to be at a certain age and be like, fuck, I wish I was where so and so was.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what? When you become disciplined, you get sober. Like look, people didn't. There's other people that didn't, get loaded, right? Yeah. And maybe they went to college, and maybe they did this.
Yeah.
And they got a really big head start.
Yeah.
But I can reassure you that many people had a head start of me, and I'm crushing them all today.
Yeah,
like crushing them all, and I'm just another fucking drug addict. Like I used to fucking slam meth in my veins in high levels.
Yeah,
jumping into my phone, becoming a CIA agent. Doing missions for Joe Biden. Not Joe Biden.
Nah.
Barack.
It was
Barack.
I mean, it all started with...
It was Clinton. Be honest, it was Clinton.
I mean, man, that's when I was recruited by Bill Clinton. But then my first real mission was the George Bush.
Oh.
When the 2020...
So the
2000 election.
Yeah.
No, not...
The old guy.
Well, he had two terms, right? It said 04 and 08.
Yeah.
Or 2000,
2000 to 2004, 2004 to 2008.
So you were active duty for 8 years.
No, he was.
I was only for the first one only. Only for the first election. I was the one that flipped it so that George Bush won.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yep. That happened.
That's fucked up.
At least in my mind.
Yeah.
Nobody knows for sure, though.
Hey, you want to know something crazy?
The shit was off book, so nobody knows for sure.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
So I was working. I don't know how much of this I should say on here because I don't work there anymore anyway. So I was working at this very, very nice hotel in Santa Barbara in the gym when I relapsed. And one day George Bush came there for a banquet, but he wasn't president, obviously. This was like 2019.
Yeah.
But all the CIA agents still came, and I'm fucking in the gym and
Talked out.
Oh, dude, it was not fun. It was not fun to say the least. To see all these fucking agents posted up around the hotel, and like, you know, where I came in the employee parking lot in the back were like 3 blacked out SUVs, all the same. Like the whole thing. Just because he's not president anymore, they still treat you the same, and it was very nerve-wracking experience to.
Hey, that might be why. Remember, I went to Washington D.C. that day, and I was rolling around with the fucking
Did you feel like
Secret Service? That was weird.
Yeah. I
like getting in the back of this SUV. And
Lights
I look
going
up
off.
and I'm like, why is that guy got a little thingy in here? I was like, this isn't an Uber? I thought this was the Uber Black.
You were on it. You were in it and on it. It's a good time.
Yeah.
I'm coming next time.
For sure. That was fun. Best time ever. The only person I was pissed that I didn't get to meet was Marjorie Taylor Greene. I know she's very controversial, but I like her. You want to know why I like her? Because she fucking gets in she gets in and she squats, she does deadlifts, you know.
I can respect that.
I do. I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect her discipline.
Yeah.
You know. I'll be honest. I have like grown to a point in politics. I used to be like really like kind of, you know, in the mix, but I started to realize that you know, through my son-in-law dying and starting this podcast and turning off fucking the news, that you know, they're completely trying to divide us.
Yeah.
I'm no longer going to sit around and allow them to do that. Regardless, I'm not going to let my side tell me what to do. Like I'm coming for all of them. Like, and I'm bringing my people. The one thing that they don't realize is that addicts, we have a tradition in the 12-step community, and it doesn't matter what your sex, color, political views are. Yeah. It doesn't matter what your creed. What else, Shane? Did I say religion?
Color of your skin.
I said.
Did you say that?
Already,
religion or lack thereof.
Or lack thereof. You know, I've said this on 3 podcasts in a row, but like,
don't say it again.
Why not?
Don't say it again. It's a little heavy. It's maybe too much to say it again.
No, you got
It's just, you know, because I'd kill the guy. I'd kill him. If there's someone there, I'd kill him. There'd be no.
Well, now I gotta know.
There'd be no going back. There'd be no going back. I'd be in jail. You'd be visiting me. We'd podcast from jail. Me and you. You. I'd have stripes. I'd have stripes on my. You'd make me with stripes.
I'd respect you.
Yeah, I would.
I wouldn't even tell him.
I'd have no choice.
I wouldn't even tell on you.
I know you wouldn't. That's and that's why I'm here.
Yeah. So you wouldn't be in jail.
No,
the guy would just be dead.
We just hide him.
Yeah. I said what I said is that you could have a Nazi and a Jew sitting in the same room and recovering together.
Yeah.
You know. Now, when I say that, though,
you're
Shane,
saying
I'm saying that, you know, this guy that is a Nazi is recovering from his Nazism as well.
Of course, but if he killed any family members, he's going down.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead.
Gone.
So we can't, you know what I'm saying? But I hear what you're trying to say. Yeah. And I respect it.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
But I don't. I'm just saying, you know what I'm.
I got the point.
There's a point.
There's a
that.
point. Yeah. What was the point? We
the
can all
point
get
is
along.
that we can all come together for a common cause.
goal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And like, you know, the government thinks that we're just gonna, you know, sit around and allow 300 people to die every day from fentanyl. That's an airplane going down, a large airplane, not like that's like the airplane that I flew from here to Paris,
Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big airplane.
Yeah.
A lot of passengers.
Lots.
A lot of the planes that I fly around here, it's like, you know, 150, 127.
You're a pilot?
No, I don't fly them.
He used to be.
Helicopters only.
He like only let's go up and down.
Well, also I could fly my house.
Yeah.
But that was jet engine.
You had to get the pedals
I
going.
had to get the Flintstones.
Freddie Flintstone.
Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh fuck yeah! I loved Freddie. You know who I like?
No,
more?
I'm talking about the guy that said Flintstone status, dude.
Flintstone status. Oh yeah, that was the
army vet.
the
guy.
army vet guy. Billy.
Yeah, I mean, I would get fucked up on meth and do some shit.
Yeah.
But where was I going?
They used to smoke cigarettes on the Flintstones back in the day. Probably more than probably weed. It was probably weed.
A lot of TV shows had.
Yeah.
But you know the Jetsons, we're almost there. We got the TVs.
Oh yeah,
we got the TVs. The only thing that we're missing, and we're very close. is the flying vehicles.
Yeah.
And they do have them.
Yeah.
Japan has perfected the it's a passenger drone.
Really?
Yeah, it just and
That's,
then it'll drop you.
yeah.
So it's just like an Uber. You just call it up.
Yeah.
It'll come fucking pick you up.
Fucking
You get in it. You put in the address
And your
where you
credit
want to
card.
go.
Yeah.
It'll be on your phone already.
Fucking A.
That's crazy.
Where were you? You were at Unity. That's where you were.
I really am. I do believe that, man. We all need to come together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I do believe that we need to be we do need to be somewhat sensitive, but I also believe that people that are super sensitive also need to come around a bit.
Yeah.
You know, you can't cry over everything.
No.
You know, there's no weak people create a weak society.
Yeah.
So you can't, and this is another thing that the government's doing too. I know how am I getting on a political rant?
Who cares?
Right now,
Go.
No, it's
Go.
like if you create weak people, you can control them.
Of course.
You know, you're like, oh no, you can't say that will hurt his feelings.
I know.
People
You know
are
what I
fucking
used
too
to get called
sensitive.
in kindergarten?
Fatty?
Yeah, in elementary school.
What?
Chatty fatty 2x4.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
The
that
2x4 on your ass?
Huh?
Was the 2x4 supposed to be on your ass?
No, I couldn't fit through the bathroom door. 'Cause I was so
Oh,
fat.
that's what it was. Okay.
2x4.
2x4.
Yeah. Now
That
it's
little-
like, have you seen like the Calvin Klein models?
Yeah.
And shit like that?
Yeah.
Nowadays,
They're all fatty chatties.
Yeah. And
It's sexy. It's sexy to be fat.
Yeah, no,
Is
and
it?
that's another thing. I
No.
think they're pushing that on people.
Yeah,
too. It's
they
like, no,
are.
you shouldn't be okay with people not being healthy.
Right.
You know what I
want to
mean?
be
Yeah.
healthy. You want to be healthy.
You want to
Yeah.
be healthy. You know,
Not saying you got to. Everybody's got to be trim and fit.
No.
And, you know, because actually bodybuilders aren't healthy.
no.
You know, bodybuilding is the most unhealthy
Yeah,
sport.
it is
Yeah.
unhealthy.
But like,
If you're taking the trend and all that
Yeah.
shit with it.
well, and also dropping down to like 3% body fat is not good for you.
Yeah, that's true.
That's like almost as bad as being,
Yeah.
300 pounds.
Yeah.
But then also when you get to 300 pounds of muscle, your heart doesn't know whether it's muscle or fat. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Still got to pump the same. It's got to pump just as hard.
Yeah.
Right, Shane?
Fucking A, it does.
Yeah.
So
I'm perfect right now.
I'm not.
I am.
Every time I go to the doctor, they call me obese.
Really?
I'm considered overweight.
Yeah, you're overweight.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah, you
Because
are.
they do
200
it based
pounds
off of your height and
BMI, body mass.
You want to
index.
know what I'm supposed to weigh?
Huh?
Like 158. I weigh 180.
Yeah. See, that's you got.
190 when I'm fat, and when I say fat, I mean like yoked. Fat.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
thick fat. Thick.
Thick.
Thick. Thick.
Thick.
Never ever say that again on my fucking podcast.
Okay. Okay.
It'll be the last time
Should I say it again quick?
because it's thin,
Say it quick.
thin and small.
But you're a jackrabbit. So it's okay.
Yeah. So what's your daily routine like?
Wake up early. Always 4 a.m. is like my go-to wake up time. I actually did a marathon
Wow.
a couple weeks ago, and for a while I was waking up. I did 2 of them actually.
That's 25 miles, right?
26.2. but
Nice.
Who's counting?
We are.
Yeah, the person running that motherfucker.
That's huge. Good for you.
No, but
Because that last point too is fucking hard after 26.
the first one was in Hawaii. I did it December of last year, and it started at 4 or 5 in the morning. So I was like getting up at 3 a.m. and going and running just to get used to running early and doing all that. And then I kind of found this new love for running in the morning. I was like, dude, this is like a fucking high.
Yeah.
I usually start training clients at 6 a.m. So I had to get up that early anyway if I wanted to run, shower, and get to work. You know, the whole head shaving thing.
Yeah.
That's extra time.
Yeah.
And so I kind of, my buddy invited me to do this marathon, and I like kind of laughed at him. I was like, dude, I maybe run 1.5 miles. And I really could. I think I got 2 miles my first run. I was gassed out.
Yeah.
Started training, went out to Hawaii, did the marathon, and at mile like 18, I was so undertrained. My hips locked up. I was fucking just beat. Once you hit that wall, like there's no getting through it really. I mean, I got through it, but it took me 5 hours to run a fucking marathon, which is not good at all. So then I signed up for another one out in Ventura, and I just did that one a couple weeks ago, and I beat my time by 1 hour and 5 minutes, which was good.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
but like, it's not like I ran 1 hour and 5 minutes faster. It's just that I ran the entire thing is what happened. You know, it wasn't like I ran that much quicker. I just was able to get through it without quitting. That was good.
I can't run that far.
Fuck, I'm just
No, you
thinking,
can run that far. That's the thing.
Not right
I'm
now.
just
Not right
thinking
now,
of
but
myself.
you're capable of training. to
Are
run that
you?
far. 100%. You are too. You are too. Anyone is.
Can
Anyone's
you
doing
send me your manual?
it. Yeah, just fucking start going.
Seriously.
That's my manual right there. No, I had someone write me out a running plan who was a running coach. And
Yeah.
he was like, all right, find a place where you start. So for me, like 3 miles was challenging at first, right? So I'd go 3 miles Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then like 5 miles on the weekend. And then you just kind of increase that. Then I went like 5.
You ran 3 miles?
What do you mean?
Like, did you walk?
My first time?
Yeah.
I just found an area, like something that challenged me, and like 2-3 miles was challenging for me at first.
Wow.
So that was my
So for
starting
me, a
point.
mile's challenging.
Yeah, so there you go. So run a mile Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then try to maybe hit like 2 on Saturday or Sunday. Any running coaches out there that are disagreeing with me? Again, I'm not a running coach.
No, fuck 'em. I don't care.
I'm just going off what I was
So
taught.
yeah, he started to do a little bit of running,
Yeah.
a couple miles,
Yeah.
or 2.5 or 2.6 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got his.
I was running uphill. I was just doing it for like cardio and calorie burning.
Yeah. I mean, my goal is to do an Ironman one day. Like that's what I want to do. But I know how to swim, obviously, but I'm like negative buoyant. I don't think I'd make it in the water very long. So
Or
I
just,
guess-
just start listening to David Goggins every morning.
of course, I love Goggins.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was my go-to on
Yeah. my
first marathon.
Right.
Oh, he was. You
Oh,
see,
for
yeah.
sure.
Fuck
Because
yeah.
like he talks about how he was negative buoyant.
Yeah.
And he just kept jumping in, and then finally he figured it out.
I know I could figure it out because I also never ran before either. And
Right.
I ran 2 marathons and a half.
See, that's what gives me hope right now that he's never ran before and he did 2 fucking. I mean, I got to start, bro.
No,
Yeah.
you could do
I
it.
can't wait to get back, man.
What kind of runners you use?
What kind of shoes?
Yeah,
I bought some Hokas, but
you slave to the Hokas, eh?
I'm not a slave to the Hokas. I went into a running store just trying to buy something, and I got forced on some Hokas.
Yeah.
I think they had a little partnership going on.
Did you do the feet test?
No, not at all.
Oh, you didn't?
No. And so, like, I don't think I got the best shoes for me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just got.
They
Yeah.
put me in New Balance.
Yeah.
I mean, they are literally the ugliest fucking shoes
It
I've
don't
ever
even
seen in
matter.
my life.
I have the ugliest.
Yeah,
shoes.
Hokas are ugly.
Yeah, they look like
Have you seen
geriatric
mine?
shoes.
Why, these look like geriatric shoes. I mean,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
sole on them's
Yeah.
this big.
No,
But man, when you run in them,
yeah, they're squishy.
you feel like you're fucking running on a sponge.
Yeah,
And everything, like nothing hurts.
yeah. My knees were pretty swollen after my run. but-
I ran in some Nikes. I was running. This is how I ended up with the New Balance. I started running again. I was running in these Nikes,
yeah.
and my foot was falling asleep while I was running. Like right about, like literally, like you know how it feels when your foot falls
Yeah.
asleep,
Yeah.
and then it started hurting. Remember, I
Yeah.
woke up one day.
Yeah.
I couldn't step on my foot. I was like, "What the fuck is going
You
on?"
pointed at me and you looked at me. Remember when I woke up one day? Like we slept together and you woke up next to me. Just for the record, it was only happened twice.
No, I think it's all about finding whatever works for you. Like going to one of those stores and having them like watch you run and like analyze it. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, this is the shoe for you.
That's what I got to do.
Yeah.
Where's that?
Fleet Feet.
Fleet Feet.
That's one I've heard of too.
That's what I'm going to do.
But there's another runner place because Fleet Feet doesn't actually watch you run. They just do the machine that does your feet,
Oh.
and it like shows you exactly
where you
the
would
shape of your
land.
feet.
Yeah.
I have good feet.
I don't.
Like I have my feet are both the exact same size. I have a nice arch on both of them. This arch is a tiny bit less, but they're a little bit wide.
Yeah.
So she said never ever again wear Nikes.
Yeah, they're too narrow.
Yeah, too narrow.
Yeah.
A lot of girth.
That's what I.
Lot of girth.
girthy
I'm
feet.
sorry. He's got girthy feet.
Fucking gross.
You have
dude.
girthy
Like-
feet.
like,
You have girthy feet. His feet are not feminine.
they're not.
He's got very masculine,
Oh,
girthy
fuck.
feet.
And the size of your feet has nothing to do with the size of your penis because
No.
Shane has big ass fucking feet. That's
Huge
all I can
feet.
say.
Yeah.
Can't say the same thing about his penis. Penis? Is it a penis?
Oh, it is.
No,
Oh, it is.
it's a tinkle.
It's a tinkle. It's a winkle and a tinkle.
That's what my mom called it when I was a kid.
A tinkle?
Yeah, she called a tinkle.
Tinkle.
My mom watches these podcasts all the way.
How's your tinkle doing today?
She'd also say, "Do you need to go tinkle?"
Tinkle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a universal word.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I always
Mom,
got a number 1 and number 2.
you really fucked me up. Mom.
Yeah, right?
Like, I can't even say the word dick. feel uncomfortable, Mom.
Oh, he's joking.
Oh man, it's really my mom. Candy's gonna tell my mom.
Oh, for
about
sure.
this.
She watches it right to the end.
Yeah,
Candy
she
watches it right to the end.
She watches it the day it comes
Right to
out,
the
10
end.
minutes after it's
Right.
released. Yeah. She's gonna be like, Mom. She's gonna call Mom.
Mom,
You gotta listen to this part.
Yeah.
This
not gonna
podcast.
be happy about this.
My sister's gonna be cracking up right now.
Oh, for sure. She's not mean either. She's just strict.
Where were we at? The running shoes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about the running shoes.
Okay.
And going back to, you could do it. Anyone could run a marathon if they wanted to. Now the whole thing's like the ultra marathons now.
Well,
It's
I
like
mean,
the
it was 120.
I think anything over a 50K is considered an ultra marathon, or maybe
50K is
or-
100
or no.
120 miles.
Oh, okay, then I'm completely wrong. Maybe anything. Maybe it's over 30 miles or something is considered an ultra. I
Let's
don't
see,
know.
'cause,
I don't know the rules.
A 50K would
Kilometers?
It should be a
No, kilometers
122.
less.
Yeah,
No,
kilometers
it's more, buddy.
Kilometers more.
It's 2.2 miles.
No,
No, it's 2.2
5K is 3
kilometers.
miles.
Yeah, it's 2.2 kilometers for every mile. Miles is
okay,
bigger.
yeah, miles
Yeah.
is bigger.
Yeah, miles
you're
is
right.
bigger.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Miles. How's Miles doing?
So maybe a 50K is an ultra because that would probably be about 30 miles.
30 miles,
somewhere
35
around there.
miles. Wow.
Anything longer than 26? Oh, so if you go, I should have
You've
kept
done
on
a-
running a little bit more.
You've done
Said I did
an
an
ultra 26.2.
Yeah, well, that
David
marathon
Goggins does like the 120 mile runs, but he
Yeah.
also did the super ultra that was like 220.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck that.
He wrote that one. He talks about in his newest book, and
But
it
that
like,
was made for
it
4
really-
men.
really fucked him
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
I don't know if he can run anymore.
I think he still runs.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's had surgeries and had a lot of.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, his last book, he talks about how a doctor fucked up his knees and he had to go get some other work done.
yeah.
I was doing a
Why do
little
you-
nasal. I was doing a little nasal clear.
I can still hear it when you do that. Look at
All right, let's everyone do it. You at home, join us.
let's all do it. Ready?
Whoa, you got something in there. You need to blow that up, bro. Your left nostril is hurting right now. You're only at 60% on your left nostril. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I just have to flare them because
Your
look
little-
how big. See that? Can you guys do
Oh,
that?
yeah. Oh, yeah, I can flare.
Here, what? Ready?
Yeah,
Michelangelo?
flare it up. Close up.
I don't think I can.
Yeah, you can. Wait,
No, you can't.
You can actually.
can't.
No.
You can't. You haven't got the muscles in your face
Can
muscles.
you do it? That's
It's a little. It's a little twinkle right there. A little tinkle.
That's a. What's that extra little?
You like that?
Yeah.
You like that?
Like it?
You like that?
Yeah.
Baby. A lot of mirror practice. You're okay, Shane. You're okay. You're not okay. Go back to the mirror work.
God made you perfect.
Yeah,
Shane.
right.
Every day, God made you perfect. Remember.
Like Saturday Night Live skit. You deserve happiness. You forget that skit? Saturday Night Live? Too old? Too young for
I
you?
don't know.
Me?
I had a rhinoplasty, so
What's a rhinoplasty?
nose job.
Did you really?
No.
Oh. You did a good job.
Shit. Yeah.
What?
Good.
Thinking
Fucking
about-
hitting the wall here, getting a little hungry. I'm not gonna lie. Let's fucking order some dining. We can't eat on the
Oh,
podcast.
man, I just know I want to finish up his
All
podcast.
right,
dude,
all
because-
right.
Because seriously, I want to tell us about what's going on in your life today and how badass it is because you're sober.
My life
that
is
shit's
ama-
important.
No, it is. It is. My life today is amazing. You know, I love every aspect of it, and yeah, I'm just really blessed, man. I've got a lot of things going on that I'm proud of, and I continue to work hard, and I have a lot of goals, and it just feels good to have purpose in life again, or
Yeah.
for the first time, really. You know, because like I said, I got into this when I was so young
Yeah,
that I didn't really have much of an adult life.
yeah. And then what do you do for a living now?
So when I first got sober, I got really into fitness, and that's when I started doing personal training, and then relapsed, and then got sober and got back into it and relapsed, and now I'm back working as a trainer. But I feel like I'm meant for much more than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I have a purpose in life. I really feel that. Like I didn't go through everything I went through just to sit back and not share my experience with someone else, because I know I can help a lot of people. So from personal training, I've gone into more of like the online coaching space. My buddy Sean, we have a coaching program called Unstoppable 365, and it's where my shirt's at.
Nice.
Thanks for bringing us a couple.
Yeah, sorry.
What a dick, huh?
Sorry to interrupt. I apologize.
Where's my Sully shirt?
I apologize. Enter the fucking contest.
No, so I mean, it's based around fitness, nutrition, but it's so much more than that, because you can give anyone a workout program, they can work out, but if you don't change someone's habits and mindset, like nothing's going to change.
Yeah.
So we work with these guys on, getting out of their comfort zone, obviously working out, giving them, we have an app, we have a whole program. The fitness program is based through the app. We do like weekly coaching calls. We've done masterminds recently. We're actually having another one in Puerto Rico in August. We just had one in Santa Barbara a couple months ago that was really good. Had a lot of these guys come out from all over, and just get in person, man. It's so important to surround yourself with like-minded individuals that are goal-driven.
Yeah.
And push you to bring out the best in yourself. Sean, I've been blessed, man. Sean was that person for me. I was real shy about everything I'm going through. I would have not been here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And he told me basically what I just told you. He's like, you're being selfish if you don't go out there and share what you've gone through and show people that there is hope, and not just getting sober, but then thriving. Like like doing well and having a purpose in life again. So he's got quite a story too. He went, he served 5 years roughly in prison for a crime he didn't commit, but totally just rebuilt his life. And you guys should check him out. It's Sean Crane on Instagram. And so we're working together doing this program and changing as many lives as possible.
Yeah, that's what the Hopeaholics mission is all about.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I like what you said about because if people don't change their mindset, nothing changes. The only thing you actually have to change is your mindset.
Yeah,
you could call it perception.
Yeah.
The word mindset is like my it's like the word now.
Yeah,
I used to say perception.
Yeah,
you could say perspective. It's you only have to change one thing. They always say in like treatment or recovery, you got to change everything.
Yeah.
Really, you have to change one thing,
Right,
and that's your
fucking
mind.
Yeah.
And when you change your mindset, everything else changes.
Falls into place.
I couldn't agree more.
And not we are we're like-minded.
Yeah.
Us, you and the Hopeaholics and our movement. We're about a movement. We're about a sober lifestyle movement, recover out loud movement. A healthy lifestyle movement. Like we think that a sober lifestyle is a healthy lifestyle.
Of course.
We're not like, hey, you go get sober and you go and you overeat or you undereat or we're about like living a sober lifestyle starts with a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
It starts with discipline.
God.
Yeah.
Starts with it's not actually that's first and foremost. With us is it starts with God.
Of course.
Then the discipline, the gym.
Yeah.
Healthy eating habits. Like that doesn't mean that everybody has to be like rock hard and fit.
No.
It just means do a little bit better than you did yesterday.
Yeah.
Of course, the 1% better everyday mentality.
Yeah.
Going back to like fitness and stuff like that too. I saw this lady speaking on, she said, when your muscles are contracted, you secrete hormones in your bloodstream that scientists have dubbed hope molecules.
Yeah.
And they actually gave it the analogy of having a built-in pharmacy in your body.
Right.
Like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And I feel like fitness should be pushed more in the recovery community, because you can win.
We're pushing it over here.
No, I love it.
I feel like we're trying to become the what recovery should look like.
I love it, dude.
And like I don't do things perfect, Shane's not necessarily like a recovering addict.
Yeah.
No, for real.
Oh, no.
But you know, he smoked crack for 3 years, but
Yeah.
you know, he's one of those people that the AAers would say, we take our hats off to you. Like, but I can't.
Yeah.
You know, I don't drink. I don't you know, I don't smoke
Marijuana?
honestly, I
Marijuana?
definitely don't smoke marijuana. I don't smoke cigarettes.
No.
Yeah.
I don't vape anymore. I quit that.
Yeah.
You know, but I held on to that for a long time until one day I was, you know, this is my Hopeaholics outfit, but like when I'm running my treatment center, I might be in a tie
Yeah.
and slacks and look nice. And
Yeah.
one day I'm like hitting. I had one of those, you know, the older school ones where you just like hit it and it's
The big old giant cloud blowers.
and I'm like walking into the building and I hit it, and I looked at myself all dressed up as a fucking grown ass man,
Yeah.
businessman, and I looked at myself and I go, man, that looks fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Like that is not what you portray or what you talk about in life. This was way before the podcast.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's gross.
Yeah.
So I went home that night and I was like, babe, you know what? We need to quit vaping. I said, I'm done.
Yeah.
Went out, got me some patches.
You've been on a kick, though, for, I'm going to say 6 months
What do you mean?
before that. Like on a kick to stop.
Oh, to
yeah,
stop.
you've been stopping and starting and stopping. I was grinding a little,
Yeah.
you know.
I just didn't like the way it looked.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look good. It's not, you know.
No,
And now they got everybody on those new small ones, and those
Yeah.
things are
Powerful.
fucking powerful,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. No, that's been my hardest thing is the nicotine. Going from chewing and whatever else, occasionally vaping, and trying to just quit the nicotine completely. And I think the biggest reason that nicotine's been so hard is because it didn't affect my life as much. Like, you know,
Right.
the hard drugs obviously were ruining me. I knew I needed
Those
to take
ones
that.
ruin you quick.
Yeah, exactly. But these like are, you know, taking a slow
burn.
play.
Slow play. You're gonna be like 80 and with emphysema though, and you're
Yeah.
gonna be like, God damn it,
Yeah, your little
son of a bitch.
wheeling your tank around. You
I don't
know?
want to be that.
No, fuck that. I don't want to be that either. I'm gonna live to be 135.
Yeah, that's why I quit.
Yeah.
I was just like, fuck it, I'm done.
Yeah.
So I've been nicotine free for like I don't know, 18 months probably.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Like 18 months.
That's awesome. No,
I also don't really count days in recovery. I'm not although I believe in the 12 steps and I've worked the 12 steps, and
Yeah.
I'm just not your traditional
yeah.
12 stepper.
Yeah.
I don't recover anonymously.
No,
And I don't think that people into the 12 step community do either. Just, you know, this movement that I'm participating in, and I'm not even close to the only one.
Yeah.
yeah.
We want to recover out loud
Super
because too
loud.
many people are dying.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. So that's my thing on it too. Like I think a lot of people are going the route that you're talking about, and traditionally that's not okay. And I don't know where I stand with that stuff. I don't really go out there and talk about that in particular, but like as far as being vocal about what I've gone through and everything, like I'm fully I'm open with it because like we were saying earlier, you know, everyone knows somebody.
Yeah, and there could be one person that fucking you know, stumbles, because we get these type of messages every day.
Yeah.
I stumbled across so and so's podcast, and you know what so and so said was so powerful, and you know what, I was struggling with my recovery, and I you know, I decided to get back in and start really diving into it, or you know, or you guys are funny, and you know, or I mean, we're trying to make it fun too. Like recovery is fucking fun. My life, if people, and that's why I tell these like stories, these insane stories. Those were insanity.
Yeah.
And that wasn't fun.
No.
I can tell you how painful it is, you know, to be in such pain that you don't want to live anymore.
Of course.
But too big of a pussy to kill yourself, if that's a thing.
No, that's exactly how I felt.
You know?
Yeah.
But I didn't care if I didn't wake up the next day.
Yeah. Yep. And
Pathetic.
it's hard, man.
Yeah.
It's hard. And like we can laugh about it now. I think that you kind of have to. Like obviously, if we're still in that place, it wouldn't be funny. But
No.
being able to look at yourself and laugh back, damn, that's the insanity of
Yeah.
what I had going on. I mean, what are the two choices? But to, I guess, laugh about it or kind of look at it and be sad. I don't think that's the right way to go.
No, I mean, I think it's funny. It's funny. It's pathetic. It is sad.
Yeah.
I mean, if people like actually saw what went on
Yeah.
inside of that room,
Yeah.
you know, the reality
Yeah.
TV show that
Wow.
me and Mohawk Matt were on.
Yeah.
We weren't even on it together. We were on different shows. It's so funny.
We don't know. We don't know.
Maybe it was the same show.
Could be.
Yeah. Well, damn, man. We appreciate you coming in. That's
not even the worst. Like that, I was, pretty.
He's still looking pretty good though.
Decent
He's-
looking right
He's
there,
got a
but-
good shape though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but
Good,
I was
good genes.
I was working out. Well, at that point, I wasn't working out yet, but
I had never worked out when I got to recovery the first time, but I was like a buck 28 when I went to jail the first time.
I was doing a lot of videos in there when I had nothing but time on my hands. I was doing dip bars on dips on the fucking whatever you call it, the walker.
Yeah.
But,
That's nice.
I mean, keep doing what you're doing, man,
Yeah.
and just keep pushing forward
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah. What's the name of your place? Shout out. People want to get a hold of you. You're up in Santa Barbara. You're a personal trainer.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to reach me on Instagram, it's Matt MATT Fleming FLEMING official OFFICIAL. And then the name of the coaching program is Unstoppable365MFR.com. So either one of those. Phone number's 867-5. No, I'm just kidding.
No, seriously. Go ahead.
No.
867. You got to sing it, brother.
If you
5309.
if you put your phone number out, you're gonna get a bunch of creepy girls calling.
Creepy
you.
girls will call.
Like, how hot are these creepy chicks?
They're not. That's just,
We don't know.
we don't know.
Yeah, we don't
don't
know.
know.
We don't know. Our
Because
guests
they
get to
actually don't
us.
call us because
No.
we're kind of creepy old
Yeah.
dudes
Yeah.
at this point. At least I am.
Yeah.
Nah,
I'm not
yeah.
creepy. I'm the old dude. He's still creepy.
You guys are cool. You guys are funny as fuck. He's super easy to talk to and good vibes. So you guys are. I like you guys.
That's a
Thank
good
you.
time. Thank you. I
Appreciate it,
appreciate
man.
it. Yeah, man.
Of course.
Yeah. Keep it up, man. You got still a full life to live. You have no idea
Yeah.
what amazing shit will happen
Yeah.
between the age of 33 and 49.
Yeah.
I can't go any further than that because I'm only 49.
Yeah.
Shane could probably go a couple years after that. Any amazing shit happen after
Not
49?
really. No, I
No,
don't know. I'm
everything
just 40.
starts to go
I'm at
down.
40, so we don't know.
Starts to go downhill after 49.
You're still pretty hard at 50 something.
Huh?
Yeah, it's still pretty good.
No, I feel
Why
good.
you gotta talk about your dick all the time, dude? It's like fucking gross.
That's all right. You can.
That's all right. He said creepy. I'm trying to stay creepy.
Yeah. You gotta stay creepy.
Keeping it really creepy on you.
Really creepy.
Especially today. I don't know what happened, dude. We're gonna have to fucking put you back in, leash you back up.
No.
After La Quinta.
La Quinta.
Gave him too much fucking stimuli. Like,
Yeah.
he's used to being locked in a cage.
Yeah.
And there was like 1,500 people there. He didn't know
good
how to,
time.
he didn't know how to act.
It was a good time.
Kind of like letting a wild animal out
Yeah.
of a cage. I don't mean that in any bad way, Marin. Just
Yeah, Marin. I was with him the whole time. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the? Shit.
Seriously, though.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
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 Okay.
Nothing. Nothing.
Life is good,
Yeah,
man.
life is great, brother.
Yeah. No, I believe things are gonna just continue to go up.
And 18 months sober, I
Almost.
was crying my first 3. I stayed sober for 5 years, abstinent, and then I went normal.
Yeah.
But for my first 3 years, I was crying.
Yeah.
I was in pain. I had mental stuff. Mental stuff.
I'm good. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, I go through. Everyone goes through ups and downs.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I've been pretty solid the last couple of years. I had a lot of, not huge setbacks happen this year, but I had some stuff happen that kind of fucking got to me a little bit.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But I like the way where my life's headed, and I know if I just keep pushing forward and keep grinding and keep
Yeah.
showing up, like
That's
the
it.
results are inevitable.
Inevitable.
Yeah, if it's like I use the analogy of like going on a road trip or even driving here. I was like, as long as I just don't stop,
That's it,
I'll
bro.
eventually get to the destination.
You have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you got to enjoy the journey, man.
100%.
Who said that? The late great Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. Well, it's like
The journey is the dream.
the journey. Yeah, it's what's that saying? Like the man who enjoys walking is going to go further than the man who's trying to reach his destination, or
Yeah.
something like that. I don't know, but it makes so much sense. And I've had to take a step back and realize, like, for one, I've like progressed so much in 20 months.
Yeah.
And two, it's like I got to enjoy these moments. Like
Yeah.
I'm only going to be in this moment.
Yeah.
one time.
Right.
I heard Travis Barker talk about one time. He said some of his fondest memories are when he was eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for dinner,
Yeah.
And look at him now. So it's like,
now he's married to a Kardashian.
yeah, I don't know about that would be going, but yeah.
They're too lovey-dovey for me. I can't deal with it. Have you watched it?
Yeah, I like those guys.
What?
I like Travis Barker.
Oh, for sure. I love Travis Barker.
He's a white guy, right? With tattoos?
He's the Blink-182 drummer.
Blink-182. I like him.
The transplants.
Yeah. I like him. I like how he,
Yeah.
I like those guys. Not the Kardashians. I don't watch them.
No, yeah, I'm not a
Well, then
Kardashian.
you haven't seen him lately then on the Kardashians?
No.
He's
I
on
don't-
the show
I don't
now.
watch the Kardashians.
I do.
Yeah.
Do you?
I don't know. I just come home and my wife's watching them sometimes.
That shit's garbage.
Yeah.
My wife watches that stuff too.
Yeah.
A few nights ago, it was with
women-
some other. What was your wife watching 2 nights ago?
2 nights ago?
Yeah, there was something on TV. She said, "Leave me alone."
Oh, I don't
I'm
know.
like, all right, I forget. Whatever. Some reunion or some kind.
Kardashian reunion?
No.
I'm just kidding. All right, man. That was good. It's good. Thanks for coming down.
Yeah,
Yeah, man,
appreciate
thanks
it,
for
brother.
having
Thank
me.
you.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thanks
Yeah.
for having me.
Picture?